For the model outcome number two, I decided to research about Coca-Cola FEMSA, which is a company that has contributed a lot in the Mexican community and also in the growth of this country. It's actually very interesting because this company started from a really simple thing. Let me just explain a little bit more about this as soon as we get to the slide with the information about the history. Now, if you can see here in this slide, I'm just gonna send you this after so you can take a look more into detail about this. Now, there are some different topics every 10 years, as you can see. There's like growth over there that was really important, innovation that changes or changed everything that was happening in the company, reinforcement, a merger that was the most important part of success for this company, and globalization, which came very early. And nowadays, the consolidation and the future outlook company. Now, going forward about this, I would like to explain how the company started. I did my research, and it's very interesting how the company began uh, the business. They actually started just by producing different packages for different small companies here in this country. Uh, it was very small, and with time, they started to buy and buy more and more different companies. Some of them decided to joint venture the company in order to expand, in order to have better opportunities, I guess, in the market. And with this, through time, there was obviously some innovation, there was some perfection in the different procedures that they have and they had at that time. And with those things that happened, it came it came to be one of the most important companies of beverages for this country, especially for bottling everything that has to be a liquid. Now, with time, some other companies were interested in merging with this, and that was the most important point that I was referring to before, the merge with the Mexican brewery industry called Cerveceria Moctezuma. When they merged with this one, they became just a huge one, a huge company that was going forward to achieve great things. And as we can know nowadays, Coca-Cola FEMSA is actually the brand of Coca-Cola which most success and that distributes more beverages all around the world. It it may be just because they did really well, different businesses and all that, but I mostly like to think that it's like a must of taking the right vision, being in the right track, and doing everything as it's supposed to be. Now, going forward, we're gonna see the mission of the company. The mission is very simple. It's just to create economic and social value through the business and satisfy everything that has to deal with the needs of the customer. Now, just thinking about this, I think that the mission really can be summarized in just getting to the customer what they must deserve, what they must get, what they must desire. Uh, if you have a company, obviously, you need to focus on the customer and not only in your own success. And this is actually something that I was reading about in this company. They prefer to have something better for people than to make more money to themselves, which is something that I consider great. Now, going forward, the vision. There are some points here that are really important, but I like just to focus on two or three. Like number one, of course, is the satisfaction of the customer, which is the most important part of everything that you have to do, and it must have to do or it must have to happen in order to achieve great things and to have a really successful business. Now, something that I consider really important is number two. They plan to double every 5 years the value of the company, which makes sense if you want to have more revenue, more income in the company, and you can start thinking about growing even more in the country where they have been working. So this goal or this strategic objective, it's great. Also, something that I really like is about number five. They transform every community where they work. That has to be or to deal with the diversity part of everything in the company. Like for example, this company, whatever they work, wherever they have operations, it just starts growing in different ways in the industry, uh, manufacture more jobs, they get more money in the country, and they start progressing even faster. So this is something that is really important and it's really essential about this company. It must be something that all the companies should be doing. Um, Maybe not all of them are doing it, but this one is doing it because it's really, really big. And that's why they are one of the best places to work, which is a really good price and very well known for other people. Now, the ethic values, of course, is respect, integral development, which I consider is really great because it must have to happen in in a company in order to keep the people that is working the workforce and to give them more, I'll say like motivation, give them more tools or ways to believe that they are going to achieve great things in this. So that's something that they are embracing in this company, and also the integrity. Also, of course, passion for customer service because they have to deal with people and not just with money. And it's just the value that they can get to people. Now, going back to the respect part, I guess this is a great introduction to the part of diversity in the company. Uh, I attach a picture here. I hope you can see it. This picture, there's a saying in English, right? A picture is worth than a thousand words, and I consider this a picture just really cool because as you can see here, you can see different people from different countries, of course, and some of them have disabilities, and this is just the diversity part of Coca-Cola FEMSA. In 2015, I attached these two numbers here. They count with 592 people in the company with disabilities, and a total of 1,331 people that are seniors in the company, which means that the diversity is a great part of this company, and they are not afraid to do it. This is just like a plus, I guess, for the company because in this way we can know that they're focusing on taking care of people. They don't discriminate others because they seem to not have values. And something that I was reading also about the diversity program is that the female force is really important in this company. They actually have a program where they can give different activities that a man can do to women. So they can practice, they can prove that we're wrong if we think that they're not gonna make it because it's something different. And it's just really important and really interesting that they are doing that about diversity. Now, just to go forward, they stand for something better. They want really the good for people. They don't care about getting more money. It's better to have more people pleased, and they have operations in different parts of the world, especially in America and Philippines. Now, uh, that's the last slide, but I would like to describe how a normal day would be in this company. Um, of course, talking about being in the office is something completely different than just being the sales force of the company. Sales force is always around. You can see them on the street carrying the packages and all that, and they actually own my respect because they're doing a really great effort. Now, about work at the office, it's completely different. It depends on the area where you're assigned to. For example, my current job it's collections, and we are always trying to apply credits, get payments, and all that. And they have a similar area in in Coca-Cola FEMSA. Of course, they have all different areas like billing, commodities, facilities. Um, of course, the management people. it's in the corporate. And just a regular day would be getting up in the morning, getting to the office, and of course, you always use the email. Email communication is something that is really big in this part of business, especially in one like this one that is really big. Communication should be in a corporate in English or Spanish because you deal with people from different countries, and well, you just need to get everything done. Some rules that I know they have is that if you get an email, you have 24 hours to respond to that request, and if you don't respond to that, you can get in trouble. Also, something that I know is that there's not a specific time that you have to be sitting in your place. I mean, you can take a break if you want. You can go to the restroom and nothing is gonna happen, and you have 1 hour for lunch, which is normally what we all have. Computers are always there. Of course, you have your own computer, personal computer there, where you only need to do business stuff. You cannot get into different websites just to do some homework or chill out, I guess, or watch Netflix or stuff like that. You need to be really professional in these different companies. And it's really interesting because of this, because of the way that they work, they have become one of the most important companies around the world. This company has been around 125 years, like you can see there, and has become one of the most important producers of Coca-Cola, also exporting goods. If you can see, all this country, all this continent, it's full of Coca-Cola company, and especially FEMSA. And they have to send trips to all the other continents. It's the overseas business that they have. They do have to pay some